Yo, we're gonna talk a bit about capital H hip hop, and really go into it. I mean, the big question we had and the big question we wanted to tackle is, why does hip hop have a bad rep?
I don't think it has a bad rep. What do you mean?
I mean, you gotta think about it. For years, for decades, hip hop has always been categorized with being like the mischievous, debaucherous genre of music. Right? Yeah. It's like the punk rock of brown people.
Well, no, it's just
black and brown people.
It's just racist, bro. Fucking racist,
bro.
We're
gonna get into systemic injustice real quick.
Yeah, dog. I mean, you should know right now, living in this world of 2021, especially after we've been through, that just because it was music of color, that it's supposedly it's satanic or something like that.
Well, I don't know about satanic per se.
Well, I think
that's like the heavy metal versus there's one thing to like killing corpses and like fucking dead bodies,
scared, bro.
Versus like killing bitches and hoes and doing.
But you know what I mean, though, bro. That's the extreme measure. But what I'm trying to say,
we're definitely never getting this Jolly View sponsorship.
But you know what I mean, though, bro. They're trying to flip the narrative to saying that black people and brown people are bad.
Facts.
Yeah, but
also, okay, facts.
But we're not, bro. You come to a fucking barbecue.
Okay,
and chill.
Okay. Quote unquote. Wait, quote unquote. Molly, Percocet.
What?
Molly, Percocet. Those are the lyrics. Those are the lyrics to the song. I'm just saying. I mean,
what the fuck? You think white people don't take that shit?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying I don't think white people take that shit. I think actually
they fucking probably abuse it better.
I think the problem is that white people got into hip hop, which then made people even more scared of hip hop because it wasn't just affecting black and brown people.
Well, no, the only thing that's changed about the hip hop is that more people are influenced by it because it's more acceptable. You know what I mean?
Because it's more mainstream.
It's more mainstream or whatever.
Well, okay, all right. Well, let's rewind. You're an OG. You were around when hip hop first was really getting its legs.
I was born in '79, so I mean, I'm not part of the older.
You're not the OG, but you're like a part of where you really saw it grow more than I did.
I saw it the first time it showed up in a movie. The first time it showed up in MTV.
Which is a big cultural moment, right?
Right.
It's a big cultural moment when you see your sub-community, your subculture, or whatever, finally get representation. So when you were first getting into hip-hop or whatever, two questions. First question, one, what got you into it? And two, when you finally saw it in the movies and theaters and shows or whatever, what was your immediate thought about it?
Well, no, let's take it back a little bit before I answer that question. Hip hop is not, hip hop is not the same hip hop that everybody thinks hip hop is. You know what I mean? Hip hop.
Say that 20 times.
Hip hop is not the same hip hop that everybody thinks hip hop is. See, there's rap and there's hip hop. Rap is just an element of hip hop. Hip hop is a lot of different things.
So what is hip hop?
Hip hop is a cultural thing. It comes with graffiti, breakdancing. To me, that's my hip hop. My hip hop comes from a cultural thing of way of life, the way of looking at things.
That's like capital H.
Yeah,
hip-hop.
It's like the theory of hip hop.
Yeah.
And then there's rap.
Right.
And then there's breakdancing, and there's there's sub cultures of producers, and then you got producers that can rap too now, and so it's just like it's there's rock and hip hop that mix, there's country and hip hop, there's there's house and hip hop, there's to me there's hip hop and all of that. I feel it's more about the feeling for me what hip hop is, not just the genre in general.
What's the feeling for you?
The feeling is knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and having fun. You know what I mean? Like that's the principles.
Those are like the pillars of hip hop.
Those are the principles. It's like learning something. It's like teaching. Each one teach one. Like taking hip. I can do things hip hop without rapping. The way I wear my shoes, the way I put my clothes on, the way I treat people with love and respect. That's hip hop to me. I mean, the way I was raised, that different colors doesn't mean that together we're all one. And we can party together and have fun. You know what I mean? We don't have to kill each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
We could rap each other. We could rap at each other and battle each other rapping. We can battle at each other dancing, but let's not kill each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can still win. Your crew can be dope. My crew can be dope, and we can be dope. But we don't have to kill each other.
But that's changed.
You know what I mean?
Not to say that it's entirely encompassing.
But that's not hip hop to me. That's just the industry. That's just,
but it is the genre though. It is,
that's
or
rap
it's a
music.
part of the genre.
See, they blurred it up. When I grew up, there was hip hop section and there was a rap section.
Right.
And then there was a difference.
So how about all of the like the trap stuff that you hear? You call that rap?
I mean, to me, it's part of the hip hop umbrella. I mean, pretty much everything's hip hop now. Like,
so you have an umbrella, a proverbial umbrella, and then you have rap and hip hop, and then all the stuff that falls underneath, right?
Yeah, dude.
So let's say of the umbrella hip hop that we're talking about, what about that shifted so that it could allow for shit that, I mean, personally, and I'm gonna get crucified for this, like mumble rap and all this other type of stuff that I don't really like. I mean, we were just talking to Killin' Lyrics about that. Like, that fool literally had a lot to say about the fact that genres have shifted so much in this realm that sometimes a lot of people are rapping about shit that no one really knows. Mm-hmm. But I also can succumb to that when I'm like, oh, I like Bad Bunny, who's literally the same fucking thing, but in Spanish.
Right. But I mean, to me, everything has its place, bro. You know what I mean? And there's music that you want to. I mean, I'm not gonna listen to. I mean, it would be pretty hard. But imagine like listening to like OC, like at a strip joint. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a time and a place for everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're at a club, you're not gonna listen to. I mean,
the Smiths?
like you know the Smiths, or like I mean, I don't know.
I would.
The Smiths would be cool,
yeah.
but what I'm saying is like. Like you know what I mean, you're not gonna hear a super deep like Eminem song or something like that.
Right.
Like at a club where you're trying to get crunk. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're gonna hear some fucking ratchet shit. Because
it's all a vibe.
It's time for ratchet time.
Yeah,
you know what
it's
I mean?
all a vibe.
Everything has its place in the scene, but like you know what I mean, like, but for someone else, they could say that's my hip hop,
right?
And that's okay.
Right.
That's their hip hop. But
so
for
you wouldn't
me,
be like that's not real hip hop.
To me, I used to be like that, but to me, I don't. Real is whatever you want it to real be.
Right.
Because me.
The beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
My reality is totally different. So what I've learned over the time, if I'm wrong or I'm right, wrong or indifferent, this is my path that I'm walking.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like I chose this path.
Well,
you know?
so the pillars of hip hop, right? Knowledge, wisdom. What was the other ones?
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and having fun. No, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding and having fun. You know what I mean?
Those pillars. Do you think that those are things that are missing from the genres that are big today? Like, do you feel like those aren't pillars or those aren't the crux points of the music that's being made nowadays that is considered hip hop or rap?
I don't think so.
Or do you feel like people are just doing that in their own way?
I think the kids could do whatever they want with the vehicle that we gave to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's up to them to do whatever they want. And there's great musicians still here. There's just so much music. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, there's so much music and there's so much. There's people that you can go support right now that are awesome. Go support them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot of options now. You know what I mean? And right now, it's a great time for a real MC. I want to say a real MC. Like that's probably the wrong way to say it. But I'm learning. But for like an MC that really wants to spread a positive message or a J. Cole type. You know what I mean? The more real he gets, the more popular he gets. Right.
Right.
And
or unpopular. That fool's got a lot of hate.
Or whatever. I mean, I'm not really. I don't really follow like him like that much. But there's a lot of people right now, and there's a great opportunity right now for an MC to make a living. Doing don't have to sell out or try to do what's cool right now.
Right.
Where they can start their own business and right now with COVID, it's probably hard right now, but before COVID, I mean, to go tour and go do like Europe and do New York and West Coast, East Coast and move around, fill up 300, 500,
cap rooms,
make, 50 to 100K a year, you know what I mean? Make a living, you know what I mean? And it's possible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, especially when you own your own business and you can leave something for your kids,
pass on.
You know what I mean? MF Doom is hip hop to me. You know what I mean? Like someone that said, and that's just to me. You might think something else is hip hop. And it just depends on when you grew up and what sparked that interest in you and made you feel. Because at the end of the day, music, it just takes you to a place where you were happy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a memory, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where you end up falling in love with music. It's
a time portal.
And then unless you're like someone like us that dig and we're always looking for new shit and that's like our job. If you're just a regular person, you end up just listening to the shit that you listened to when you were 20. You know?
Yeah, you just get stuck on the same stuff.
You know what I mean?
You get stuck on the same stuff.
Right?
I mean, I think it's interesting because at the end of the day, when you're looking at all these different genres and how there's like archetypes and like stereotypes that come along with each of them, right? Like, who is the person who listens to hip hop? Who is the person who listens to like heavy metal or punk rock or pop or whatever, right? I mean, I think it's like there's always the misconception that like that type of person listens to hip hop or rap, right? And obviously it's racist. Obviously it's a stereotype, so it only has a generalization basis in reality, right? But at the end of the day, that exists and that's a real thing. But people don't understand, and this is the most important part that you brought up. People don't understand that the original form of hip hop, which was not just a music genre, which was not just a style, not just a sound, was a culture.
It was culture,
was a movement, right? And that movement was based in ideas and thoughts and spreading certain knowledge or spreading certain kind of values around, you know? And I think people don't see that, right? People don't see that, especially people who are quick to judge on people who.
Well, they're seeing the opposite. They're seeing people dying, getting shot.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're seeing the complete opposite of what we were trying to get away from.
Yeah.
Because, like we don't have to look for trouble. You know what I mean? Like trouble will find us real quick. You know what I mean?
Easy.
Like that's simple. You know what I mean? But for it to be common with the knowledge that we have right now, internet, everything, for you to just like not know better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's always be a product of your environment or whatnot or whatever. But still, man, you got a fucking phone. Everybody has a fucking phone. Everybody has the fucking internet. Like, yo, man, like.
Do your research.
Do your research.
Do your homework.
I mean, I'm not here to judge, but my hip hop is fucking fly, bro. It's like, it's house music. It's everything. It's just a good vibe. It's love. It's multicultural. It's people doing amazing things with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And capturing your attention. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? With hardly anything but just their lyrics and a beat. And like still keeping you involved and having a good time. That's my hip hop. But I mean, that might not be your hip hop. But my hip hop is fly to me, you know what I mean? Because that's how I grew up. You know what I mean? You know, but you'd be different. Like your hip hop could be Vegas, fucking I'm at Dre's in Vegas, bottle service. It's a total different vibe. That's your hip hop, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're listening to Drake, you know what I mean? You're like Jay-Z and you know what I mean? It's like it's totally different, you know what I mean? And so it's like hip hop kind of grew up, you know what I mean, into like a
and just took on various forms.
Yeah, it took so many different, avenues because it's a powerful thing. Probably the biggest cultural phenomenon in the world, you know what I mean? Like think about that. I mean, it's a lot of people that like rock, like Adan right here. I mean, Gus right here. Fucking hip hop is here to stay, yo. But it's not. But if it wasn't for rock, we wouldn't be here. So that's where it is. You know what I mean? So we keep it moving like that. Hip hop is a melting pot of all music and genres. You know what I mean? And it's a reflection of what's going on in the streets. It's the modern day blues. You know what I mean?
If you are one of the few who believe that there is a bad rep, or well, maybe there is, but really believe in the bad rep of hip hop, you gotta let them know. Like, do your research.
Let us know in the comments.
Dig. What's your hip hop?
What's your hip hop? Give me your. Who do you listen to? Who do you bump? Like, comment. Let us know what is your hip hop. You know what I mean? And how do you envision hip hop being? Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You know what I mean? Live it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he says. The question earlier was, do you have to be a role model if you're an MC or you're a big celebrity?
Right.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's hard because you become a role model even if you're famous, period. People look up to you. And I don't think that's a fair thing that people have to have the responsibility of doing, but at the same time.
But that's why I fucking tell artists from the get is be careful what you fucking put out in your music. Yeah. And that goes everything to the... Who doesn't want to have a good time? Why would you want to make music for people that fucking that are whack?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Wouldn't you want to make music for people that show you love and they bring their family and like, you know what I mean? Like, think about that.
It's different for everyone though.
I know. I'm just what I'm saying. Hard, I know. I mean, some people want that life. I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. Like some people,
it's not cool. It's not glamorous.
Right.
For me, I'm 40 something years old. To me, glamour is a lot different. You know what I mean?
Right, right. I think that shit changes as you get older.
It does. So, I mean, I hindsight's, what 2020 or whatever. Right. But like I said, man, but I've always felt that way. I mean, ever since I was young, maybe that's an old way of thinking because I'm actually old. Like, you know when you look at people's yearbooks?
Yeah.
They look exactly like they look now.
Yeah.
But those people look older. It's weird. Like, if you ever look at someone like in the 50s, they look old, you know what I mean? Like in high school. But you look like someone from like 2021, they look like a little kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. People do look younger now.
Right?
For sure. No, I know exactly what you mean.
But it's the same. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. But it's the same thing. It's the same thing with music.
I want to hear what y'all have to think. So definitely let us know. Definitely hit us up in the comments because this is an ever-going conversation. And everything that Water the Plants does, it does have a basis, even if the artists aren't quote-unquote hip-hop or whatever, but a basis in the attitude, in the approach, in the values of hip-hop, right? Mm-hmm. So it's important because it is
my
a basis.
hip-hop.
Exactly.
The original hip-hop.
It's a basis in the history of that, So do your homework, look around, and let us know what you find.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, go back and listen to some of the stuff. You're gonna find stuff you're gonna like. My son, he likes big, Boogie Down Productions. Like he'll listen to KRS-One. He loves it. The dude's great. Bismarck. He listens to all that stuff. He's 7 years old. He bumps all that stuff. But then he also listens to Bowie. He likes Black Sabbath. He just
that's
likes
because your son's a connoisseur of life.
But he likes music. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I'm not saying that hip hop is the all being all. Music's good. Everything that.
But it's a culture. I think that's the important thing. Is like it's a culture.
Yeah.
It's a mentality. It's a lifestyle.
For me.
For
me.
Yeah.
It ain't just whips and bitches and fucking chains and.
But it
bills,
can also be that.
I that turned me off to hip hop. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That turned me off to hip hop, but that's just me. You know what I mean?
I want to hear what y'all think for real. Yo, thank y'all for tuning on into the Greenhouse.
Subscribe,
watch, hit that, smash that like button, my good bitch.
Yeah.
And let's do some good shit. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. No, this is a special edition Greenhouse, and we'll see you next time. We're out. Peace, brothers.